Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today it's time for my promised Nudetrals video. I reviewed the Coleoftheball last week and today we're going to do the Nudetrals. I said in my Coleoftheball video that this is one of the first kind of nude toned releases that I've really been interested in. This and the Gerard Cosmetics Bougie Boudoir have been the only ones that have caught my eye in such a long time, but this is just gorgeous and I wanted it in my collection. It's like no other neutral palette I've ever had. We've got some kind of mustardy, some kind of khaki shades, some more pinky shades. It's got some stunning duochromes in it. I'm not really sure what we're going to do with it today, but nevertheless, we're going to pop on some eye primer. Again, I've still got the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base out. I like this one just as much as I like the Too Faced one. And this one is almost empty, so I'm trying to get that done. I feel like my empties at the end of the year is going to be like, I finished these primers and these eyeshadow primers and these mascaras, and there's not going to be a whole lot of anything exciting in there, but you know, what can you do? As long as we're finishing stuff, we are all good. Right, do I want to do a very dramatic cut crease today? I think I might do. I really want to pull into this shade here, Desire, which is this like mustardy yellow. I want to, oh no, sorry, Desire is the multi-chrome which I want to pull into, and then Icon is the mustardy yellow colour. I'm going to insert some swatches here. I do hope you did enjoy the swatches. Let's hope, unlike my Coleoftheball ones, they are actually in focus this time. But we'll see. So yeah, I think I want to pull in this yellow. I want to pull in this multi-chrome here. Part of me is tempted to dip into these kind of khaki colours. There is a black, so we might give that a go. This shade also looks beautiful. I honestly have never looked at a neutral palette and been like, oh my god, there's so many options. Right, we are going to start off with a fluffy brush. This is an LP12 from Lorac. I think I'm first going to go in. Do we go straight in with Icon? yeah, sod it. Let's do it. We're going to go straight in with Icon, which is that kind of mustardy, kind of ochre, orange, yellow. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, okay, yep, this is, I mean, look how pigmented that is. I feel like this is one of those neutral palettes that if you are a colour lover, you're also going to love, because there are some like really interesting tones in here. I feel like this shade could be really sheared out, but obviously, me being me, we're going to go heavy. I'm going to wing it out. Oh my god, I've just hit that Desire shade and it's like a rusty brown this way. I'm excited to try that one. Right, we're just going to do the exact same on the other eye. Right, okay. Okay, so that one, honestly, I feel like this could be a vibe for a crease on its own, to be fair. Like, I just feel like that just really doesn't need anything added into it. Obviously we're going to. I'm going to take a BH Classic blending brush and we're going to go in with Bare, I think, which is this very light shade down here, just to blend out the edges of this yellow. Okay, that's actually got more pigment than I expected. It's less creamy and definitely more brown. Not against it at all, but there definitely is like a brown tone to that. Once again, I've gone into this without swatching the palette. Right, I'm going to take a Made by Mitchell ME11, which is a little like dense fluffy brush. I think we're going to take Gentle. This could be a terrible idea. It's like the darker green khaki in the palette. I'm just going to use this to deepen up that wing. Okay. Okay, so I was hoping that had a little bit more depth to it. It's not really worked for what I wanted it for. So let's go in with something darker. I think we're gonna do Classy, which is this very warm brown here in the middle. And I'm literally just gonna run this along the edge of that line. And just on the outer kind of third. And just blending in whatever's left on the brush into the kind of middle of the lid. But this is more to kind of define that wing. This is very, very pigmented shade. I literally did like 2 tiny taps in the pan. Okay, I feel like with this one, it possibly would be easy to get muddy. So I'm going back in with Icon just to kind of bring some of that yellow back. I feel like if you aren't kind of used to working with these tones, you could definitely end up with your eye makeup looking a bit muddy. Some people might think this looks a bit muddy. I quite like the way it looks, but I would also understand if somebody was like, that looks muddy as hell, man. So yeah, I actually think probably, even though a lot of like neutral lovers are going to have bought this one, I think the Coleoftheball is probably easier to work with. Not that this one is particularly difficult to work with, it's just things take a little bit more finessing, and I think you have to think a little bit more logically about the colour stories. Because yeah, it's got a little bit muddy looking in certain areas. That bringing that yellow back in definitely helped though. Right, okay, we're going to take a flat brush. This is an M224. I think I'm going to start off with Lux. That's going to go on the first half of my lid. That's almost like a warm toned browny green. It's kind of like, it's giving me slight MAC blue brown vibes, but like in a much like more sophisticated way. Is that the way I would describe it? I don't know. I don't know, but that's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. If you saw my Coleoftheball video, which I will link below, there was one shimmer in there that I didn't love. It was more of like a topper shade, which just wasn't quite what I expected. And although it was pretty, I am glad to see that this one, and hopefully the other one, maybe the other two we're going to use today, are the same kind of, like, I want to say thick formula. Right, we're obviously going in with Desire because this looks absolutely freaking beautiful in the pan. We're going to put that, I'm going to put it halfway. Oh my god, this literally looks wet on the brush. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Jesus, take the wheel, man. Okay, so we're just going to kind of blend it into that green shade first. And then we're going to kind of let more of its oranginess out towards the edge of the lid. That honestly, absolutely stunning. It's just so soft and creamy. It's almost giving like Colourpop Super Shock Shadow kind of vibes to me. Oh, it's stunning. That is stunning. Right, okay, I'm going to take a bit more of that Luxe shade just to make sure we're kind of nicely blended in. Okay, also packing that Desire shade on and then putting Luxe on top of it is also incredible. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Right, so I'm going to take that right to the edge of the lid. And then we are going to go back in with our little Made by Mitchell brush. I think I'm going to do Delicate for the wing. I was going to pull in the black, but I think it's just going to be a bit too much. So this is kind of like a very dark blackened kind of brown. And we're just going to do a smoky little wing just on that outer corner. So literally all I'm doing is just dragging it up and meeting it with the wing we've already created when we did the cut crease. Anything that needs just a little bit of filling in, I'm just going to do that. So just taking it kind of ever so slightly into the crease. And then I'm just going to work some of this right onto that kind of outer third of the lash line. Just to give that kind of really smoky kind of glam vibe. Right, okie dokie. I'm just going to take a little bit more bare. I'm just going to make sure this top line is blended out and kind of smoked out in the way I want it to be smoked out. Lovely. Right, we'll clean that up with the foundation. I am actually going to go now. I'm going to try the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation stick in another video. So once I've done my face, I'll be back. We'll finish off the eyes and yeah. Okay, so this is the final look with the Nudetrals palette. I absolutely love this. I can see myself. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this one because it is a neutral palette with that kind of twist. These duochromes are absolutely beautiful. It's so stunning. I love it so much. I do think, like I said, this one's definitely harder to pull a look together from than the Coleoftheball. I think if you are kind of not scared but kind of worried about things getting muddy, I feel like it wouldn't be hard to pair these colours together so they do go muddy. It's got nothing to do with the formula, it is more just the kind of colours that are in here are quite sort of muddy toned colours already, so you don't want to go too far, you don't want to blend too much. But I actually really love the look that we came out with it in the end. I'm really impressed with this. As per usual, the formula is beautiful, performs amazingly. Would highly recommend, especially for the price point. They're so affordable. I do hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out my Nudetrals video if you've not seen that one already. If you have picked up this palette, let me know how you're getting on with it. If you did enjoy, don't forget to give this video a like. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, then hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous, I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.